Hi guys, it's Victoria
That's true, Dad.
and Alexandria's head, and Bauer's in here too. It is my 20-week pregnancy update. So awesome, 20 weeks, at least halfway. There she is. Hi. If this baby comes anytime around when the other two came, I will be more than halfway along, which is really exciting. Yes, you have my ring, yeah. Show them here, back up and show. That's Mommy's ring. Yeah. Okay.
And my puppy.
Here, your puppies. Okay, they can't see it though. It's over here, the camera. There. Okay, sit down. So we had a very, very exciting weekend. Not pregnancy-wise, just life-wise. Okay. So my sister got married on Saturday, which was just the most amazing, special, awesome day. I'll probably do like maybe a separate video on that with some pictures and stuff once I get them. If I think about it, I'll put some pictures at the end too, because it was so wonderful. I was maid of honor, the kids were in the wedding, and I've got to tell you, my children, it was like behavior fairies like took over them, and they were amazing. Like I had, of course you're worried, are they going to walk down the aisle and all that? And I didn't even really care about that. I said, if they walk down the aisle, great. If they don't, fine. Like we're not gonna force them. We're not gonna freak out. And they were so perfect. They were perfect at the rehearsal. Alexandria got a little nervous when she got to where the people were. It's at our church, so it was a familiar like environment for her. But still, she was walking by herself, and she got to where the people were sitting. She kind of just stopped and just was nervous and didn't really know what to do. So I hurried to catch up with her, and then she walked down the rest of the way with me. But they were so good at the dinner. Noah wanted to dance so bad. He just couldn't wait for the dance to start. And he danced up a storm. I'm telling you, I've never seen him dance like this. He was like a little break dancer. And every move that he did, Alexandria tried to copy, and it was just awesome. And then my mother-in-law came and picked them up about 9:30. And that's what I was the most worried about, because I was worried they were going to be having a great time and they weren't going to want to leave. And so they were dancing. My mother-in-law arrived, and I said, I'm just going to run to the bathroom, leave them to dance. When I come back, I'll get them and bring them. So I come back from the bathroom, and there's Noah dragging his little like gift bag that was on his chair, dragging that behind him. He goes, time to go, Mommy. And I was just like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Two of them went. Matthew put them in the car. Noah said, love you, miss you, have a good day, which is like his little thing that he says, and that was it. They stayed awake the entire drive home. They both fell asleep on the way to the reception venue. It was about a half an hour drive, I guess, and they did not fall asleep on the way home. At the end of the day, my mother-in-law said she took them in, she got them in their jammies, she gave them a snack, and they went to bed, and Noah slept in until 10:30 yesterday. And Alexandria slept in until 9:30, so that was crazy. And then yesterday we had a big barbecue, and they were just so good. And I just can't say enough. I'm so proud of them. So it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And now it's sort of okay, now what do we do? Because we've been planning this wedding for a year and a half. And I say we because it really was we. My sister doesn't live here, and I'm a wedding planner. Like that's what I've been doing for the past about 6 or 7 years. And I just do it on a limited basis now since I have the children. But and so I'm familiar with all the vendors and everything in our city. So I was sort of the go-to person for recommending people. And my mom and I did a lot of the like DIY stuff, and everything was stored at her house. And so it's sort of, it builds and builds and builds, and then it's just done like so quickly. And so I said, thank God we have this baby to prepare for and to really put all of our energy into now, because that'll help keep us going through the winter. So yeah, we have the dresser for Alexandria's room we need to finish, so that's going to be a big job for my mom and I. And then we have to move the dresser in this room to Lydia's room and get that all decorated and everything. So I have that to keep me all excited. So pregnancy-wise, things have been really good. I felt really, really good at the wedding, thank God. I felt much better than I did at my friend's wedding, which was 5 weeks ago. That lower, like, pressure and discomfort I've been having, I had a little bit, and it was mostly when we were, like, getting ready, when I was helping her get into her dress, and then I was pretty good from then on. I danced to try not to do Tried not to go too crazy, but I danced a lot. Matthew was awesome. He was so great with the kids. He danced. I had my foot stomped on by one of the groomsmen during one of the dances. So my foot is really sore. But that's just, a hazard of a dance. The morning of the wedding, I had a bit of a scratchy throat. And yesterday my throat was really sore, and I probably sound hoarse today, which is probably just as much from shouting at the dance as it is from a cold. But then the night of the wedding and yesterday I got really stuffed up, and I snot again because I had this about 2 months ago. Early on in the pregnancy, the same thing happened, and then it turned into a cough, and that cough lingered. Like, it did not go away. Like, I've still had a little bit of this cough, so I'm like, oh no, don't start all over again. But my throat feels much better today. And I'm not too stuffed up, so hopefully it was just sort of a, run down little bit of a cold. I just got a couple notes here. The biggest change this week is it was like overnight my belly got bigger and was really sore. And tell me if you guys have experienced this, sore around my belly button. Like if I touched my belly button at all, it felt like it was bruised, like really, really sore, and sort of like radiating from like the middle of the belly just out, really, really sore, like the muscles, not even like inside where the baby would be, like just on the skin. So I'm thinking baby had a growth spurt maybe this week, and my belly's just getting bigger. My belly button has gotten a lot shallower just in the last few days, and feeling lots of movement. Again, it's not frequent, but when I do feel it, it's noticeable. Can feel it from the outside, can see it from the outside sometimes. So that's awesome. My favorite part of the day is laying in bed with my hand on my belly, watching TV, and just relaxing at the end of the day. Matthew goes away tonight for possibly 4 or 5 nights. It is moose hunting season, and he's going out to his camp with a bunch of friends to moose hunt. And so I'll be sort of going solo this week. So I'll probably do like a day in the life or two, just because it'll be sort of different for us. If they get a moose early, he'll be coming home early. So I'm hoping for that. I'm not my family growing up didn't hunt. We're not hunters. I'm not a huge fan of. He's got deer the last couple of years. I'm not a big fan of deer meat. Moose meat I've only had maybe once, so I've never really cooked with it. But if he does get a deer or a moose, it does save us a lot of money throughout the winter on meat. So in that sense, I guess it would be nice if he did get something. So, and the other thing I wanted to talk about is my hospital bag. So I know I'm only 20 weeks, which is obviously way too early to even, for most people to even be thinking about a hospital bag. But I'm the type of person that I don't like having stuff on my to-do list. And I feel much better when things are accomplished off of the to-do list. So I've had a running list on my phone since long before I was pregnant, with just whenever I would sort of think of something like, oh, I never had that in the hospital last time, that would be something that would be nice to bring. Or so I just have had this list, and like things I need to get list. And so I've just been picking things up like every time I'm out at the store, trying not to have a great big expense at once. Not that I don't need much, obviously. So just been putting things together sort of as we go. So I'll do a separate video on that down the road when things are more complete. But I've just been having fun putting it together. And with Noah, I brought everything you could ever possibly need for labor and used pretty much none of it. And then for Alexandria, her story was a little bit different, where I didn't know whether she was coming or not. So, and I ended up spending quite a bit of time in the hospital because she was in the NICU. So I had a lot more stuff for after delivery. So this time I'll try to find sort of a happy medium. And I bring a lot. I do. I'm not going to lie. I bring quite a bit of stuff, mostly for after. So once I get that, that'll be probably a couple months down the road. Once I get that more put together, I'll do a video on that. And I'll do a belly shot. And that's probably it. Yeah, I know. So I will see you guys next week in my 21-week video. Thanks for watching. This is my 20-week belly. And I totally think it has gotten like way bigger in the last week, which I love. I love the belly. So 20 weeks.
Me?
20 weeks, yes. 20 weeks. There we go. So you can see my belly button is starting to get pretty flat.
Okay, Mommy.
There we go. And like the pain that I was having was sort of right, like, it's not sore now, but right when I pushed on my belly button and like right out this way. So I guess that was probably just baby growing and then belly growing. So there you go.